Welcome back. So, as a day trader, we all know that it doesn't really matter what happened to VTNR today. What really matters is what it represents. And I think the best way for me to show you guys is, or explain that, is by showing it. And that's what we're going to do in a second. Sure, we'll also talk about what happened to VTNR today and how I go about trading these kind of tickers. But I feel like that's a little bit less so important. So let's go ahead and switch to the day trading screen right now. Remove the disclaimer because it's just chilling there. And let's take a step back here for a second, right? And yeah, you can see VTNR chilling here at 128% up on the day right now. Right now it's roughly around 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, so New York time. This is Trade Journal, and I just want to show you guys my stats for this is March right here, March, date range March. This is my day trading account. You can see our net profits here at 14,000. We had on our day trades a total of 315 day trades, so a good amount of volume there. My average position size wasn't that big. Near the end of the month, I was trying to go towards around $20,000. In the beginning of the month, I was still trading with a little bit smaller size. But the problem was, and this happened exactly last year as well, there was 2 months last year where my trading profits were pretty much at break even. And that happened in April and May. So let me show you guys April for this year. This year, April, unlimited day trading account, my profits all of a sudden went down to $1.2 thousand. And this is when I was also in Albania, so I was traveling and a little distracted. My position size did go up a little bit. We weren't getting opportunities. The whole entire small cap market really dried up. And that's kind of what we're seeing again here in May. Now, May 27th, so it's almost over. So if we go here to my May unlimited account, we're up around $3,000 day trading. We're at 161 trades. So I've been trading much less than I did in March earlier this year. So what happens is, pre-market, usually we see a lot of nice runners. I get like 10-15 trades in at market open. I'm doing another 5-10 trades, and this was back in March. And so I'm doing, I don't know, around 20, sometimes more, 25 trades a day. Usually if I'm trading less than 15 trades a day, it means there's something wrong, or it wasn't that hot, or maybe I just was totally off my flow. So that's pretty much what we've been seeing in April and May now, and it's just been overall pretty slow. May, there has been a little bit of pickup. You can see with my profits a little bit. Overall, I'm pretty consistent. My total winners here at 64%, and then here 61%. My better months are around 70%. So overall, month over month, I'm pretty consistent, even with, big losers or big winners. Overall, it kind of just averages out. So that's how I know, if it's a good month or a slow month overall. So that's where I want to talk about YTNR and why I think YTNR is so exciting. Let's go ahead and move over to Morning Brew really quickly, because here on the site, first thing, I always like to check out the news. If you guys are on the stream, you guys know that. Morning Brew is one of the places I check out. There is an Exxon story here, and then right away, I realized on our watch list, 2 of our main gappers were oil and gas as well. So we have 2 gappers in the industry with a catalyst. I always like to say there's a macro trend, and then there's micro news, and I always like that. It kind of is 2 reasons a ticker is running. Oftentimes you'll have a hot sector, if it's Chinese with education software, if it's cannabis, or what have you. I mean, the list goes on. And sometimes those tickers will run with no news. So if you have a ticker in a hot industry and then also with a catalyst, you get really good results. And this is something we haven't really seen in the last 2 months. So the second I saw that, I was like, this is really interesting. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't really able to trade VTNR today pre-market. You guys know that. I was on a really long phone call, and this was like one of the first pre-markets I missed in a really long time. So I was almost like upset for a second. But coming over to VTNR here today, it's up right now roughly 120%. So it did pull back a little bit. And if we just scroll here down, it has a catalyst that came out yesterday right here, Energy Acquire Alabama Refinery, and then pretty much a rehash of the same article. They're pretty much the same thing if you just check here. Vertex Energy, that's the first one here. Transform, so they're acquiring this refinery here, which is going to increase their revenue and their overall profit, roughly 400 million. And then this article literally rehashing the thing, the same news 400 million gross profit. Now, okay, as a day trader, you don't typically dive super deep into the news, right? Half the time at the end of the trading day, I don't even know what companies I traded. When I tell my friends that, they have zero idea, but that's kind of how it goes. And that's why I don't like day trading companies that I'm invested in or that I'm swing trading, because I like to have this kind of psychological disconnect with the company. Because the more I know about the company, I just like to assume it's shady and I don't want to stick around too long when I'm day trading. That helps me cut my losses very quickly. So that's a little bit about background if you guys are not day traders yourselves. Now this ticker, right out of the gate, was getting halted. And that is pretty big news, because when a ticker is getting halted, a lot of people are checking the halt in scanners, and they see this and it's like blood in the water, and the traders come in and then they start trading it, right? That's kind of what we saw with VTNR. So let me just pull it up here on a chart and talk a little bit about how I typically would trade this ticker, because we're probably going to be seeing tickers like this pop up more and more, and that's quite exciting. Now, usually, if you are on my streams in the morning, you know that we do a little bit of a checklist here. If we go to tradejournal.co.connect, you can see my checklist, and this is something we review all the time. Now, this ticker was pretty much hitting all of them. Overtraded pre-market, so that was a little bit of a red flag, but these were all good. Had a float here. Let's go back to the detail. Below 50 million, that's what we're looking for. We had a market cap below 100 million, so everything was really panning out pretty nicely. Had big room to run, former runner, fast rate of change, all these things we kind of go through. But there was a big red flag here that it was pulling back a lot pre-market. So this ticker is a little bit shady the way it's holding its highs. And again, I was not trading pre-market, I was occupied. So this was the extended afternoon run from extended hours the day before. Then comes the consolidation period, but this is a huge amount of sell-off. This is typically a big red flag for me, and I try to be a little bit weary on a ticker like this. Anyway, it started the second leg to the upside, and we know this ticker was very thickly traded pre-market. And that's why I wasn't really looking to get so aggressive on this ticker. Unfortunately, if you guys know, I was in super la land during the stream today. I was already calling it out like 2 hours ahead of time. I just got out for this call. I'm going to be loopy on the stream. I took a shower like right before going live. I was trading it a little bit in this area. We had a few attempts to break higher here, but it ended up not working. Ultimately, it doesn't really bother me that much. I ended the stream, I was down $7, so it was a total scratch day for me. I don't care. Been up 100, down 100. It's like, it's a day that just didn't have traction. I wasn't on my flow. But I didn't really care, because I was thinking, oh man, VTNR, this is exactly what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for pre-market action again. So I'm ready to kind of get back in the driver's seat. I think June might start picking up a little bit more, and that's what I'm waiting for. Obviously, I don't want to just pedal to the metal and then start gunning it. I want to wait so I can start picking up my position size and then go from there. Will I keep trading this one? If anyone's curious, probably not. I would look for maybe a move back above 5 and then start trending some upward momentum that way. Just like over here, where we start breaking big resistance and then we start trading the front side, buying pullbacks and selling into strength, something like that. But right now, VTNR, I don't know, it's not holding its highs very well. Could come out with offering news. Who knows? They might need to raise some capital right now. So it's a little bit more of a risky move for me. Maybe we're going to see it tomorrow. I don't know. Either way, right now I'm in the EU time zone, so I'm typically not trading later in the day because I'm doing other things, and I rarely trade after a stream. So if you're curious, probably I won't keep trading it. I'm a little bit skeptical. It's having a lot of flushes here. The price action is very, very dirty. So for me, probably pause off for now. But if it's tomorrow, if it's a lead gapper tomorrow, you can probably bet you I'll be trading it. If you guys are curious to learn more, if you want to learn more about our day trading here, daytrading.co/connect. I have a whole entire free foundation video series, what we do on the live stream, and then just join the live streams if you are curious. Other than that, like always, guys, drop a like on the way out if you enjoyed the content. Easiest way to support the channel, and I will see you guys first thing tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for the stream. Till then, guys, ciao, ciao.